I remember the exact moment I realized my life had quietly fractured. She slid into the booth across from me, flawless and unreadable. "Your wife is dating my husband," she said. No preamble, no warning, just the truth dropped like a scalpel across my chest. I stared, trying to find anger, confusion, disbelief, but all I felt was a cold, calm clarity. Betrayal isn't loud. It whispers. It lingers. It waits for you to collect yourself before it strikes. I remembered us years ago. Her smile. The way she laughed like she held the sun in her palms. Trust came easy. Love came faster. Every promise we made, every plan we sketched on napkins in dimly lit cafes, gone. Torn apart by an invisible wedge, one that I hadn't seen until it was already splitting us. I noticed the small things first, the late nights, the secrecy of phone calls, the way her gaze would flicker when I walked into the room. Each sign alone was ignorable. Together, they were a map to betrayal. And then I found it, the message thread, the carefully hidden evidence of her rendezvous. Shock, of course, but it lasted only a heartbeat. The rest was strategy. I would not let this go unchecked. Not with rage, not with tears, but with precision. I didn't call her, didn't confront her. I planned quietly, deliberately, like a chess player 3 moves ahead. I traced their patterns, their routines, their predictable arrogance. Both of them believed themselves clever, untouchable, and that's exactly what I exploited. The plan began with observation. I learned the restaurant they favored, the one with the private booths, the soft lighting that masked intentions. I learned the reservations, the timings, even the waiter's quirks. Every small detail became ammunition. I coordinated with her, the other woman. She understood. She'd been burned, too. Together, we would craft the perfect surprise. The night arrived. I was calm, composed. I wore a suit that whispered confidence. She wore an elegance that could disarm generals. We arrived separately, casually, nothing to betray our intentions. They were seated, oblivious, the air thick with their own deception. I watched as they settled, smug. Drinks arrived, candles flickered, and then our subtle infiltration began. The waiter, pre-briefed, handed them envelopes, seemingly accidental. Each contained small, undeniable truths, photographs, receipts, messages, evidence they thought was buried. The realization began to dawn in their eyes. I stayed back, a silent observer. I wanted to see it, wanted to feel the moment. Justice didn't scream, but whispered in their ears. Their smiles faltered. Confusion turned to shock. Betrayal finally delivered back to them in the currency they had used against us. And then the piece de resistance, a subtle message on the restaurant's main screen, a private announcement only they could read. Carefully orchestrated, it spelled everything out. Their duplicity, their lies, their arrogance. Their world, carefully curated, crumbled in a slow, exquisite collapse. I watched her, my co-conspirator, lean back, serene, victorious. The smugness drained from their faces. Words faltered. Apologies. They tried. Denials failing. Every charm, every manipulation worthless. And in that silence, I felt it. Control restored. Power reclaimed. We left before they could react fully, slipping away into the night. Their private dinner had been anything but, and yet the world remained unaware. Only we knew the elegance of our revenge, the sophistication of our strike. Driving home, I reflected, not with bitterness, not with grief, but with clarity. Justice isn't always loud. Sometimes it's a quiet precision. Sometimes it's watching those who thought themselves untouchable unravel while you sip coffee across from a sunrise. Your life intact, your dignity preserved. I smiled finally, not because they had fallen, but because I had risen. Theirs was a lesson in arrogance. Mine was a testament to patience. And in the theater of betrayal, the silent player often writes the final, unforgettable scene.